can tell you what my experience was, or what my thought was going into the JP2 Institute. I was kind of lit on fire by this thing called theology of the body. I had just gone through a personal kind of metanoia in my life, a real conversion in my life. And I was searching, and you know, I heard about the theology of the body, and I said, wow, you know, this is amazing stuff. And I tried to read about it and learn about it, and I was really set on fire. And that's one of the things that led me to the JP2 Institute. And I have to say that when I got to the Institute, you know, I was kind of just hit in the face with, wait a minute, what do you mean we don't start off with the theology of the body? What, you know, why do I have to wait until my third semester to get to that? I don't understand. That's why I came here. You know, you're not giving me what I'm paying for. What I learned is that you can't just jump into that. You have to do so much. There's so much background. There's so much really understanding of the culture and philosophy. The air that we breathe as Americans, that you don't realize has an effect on how you perceive the world and how you even perceive the church and the teachings of the church. And so, you know, when we go to the Institute and start learning about Descartes and Bacon and the Enlightenment and the dualistic notions of the body, you know, first you're thinking, wait a minute, I didn't come here for a philosophy lesson. And then all of a sudden, you start to realize how that break between, you know, the body and the person is what has gotten us into so much trouble in our culture. And so, you know, I realized that I needed all of this background in order to understand what the Holy Father was getting at and why he even thought that it was important to talk about something called a theology of the body. I mean, he was interested in recovering the notion of who the human person is, the dignity of the human person, but who a person is. A person, he says, doesn't have a body. He is a body. He is body and soul. And so that was really shocking to me at first. All of these other things that I didn't think were important. I wanted to hear about the theology of the body. I wanted to hear about sex because, right, that's what the theology of the body is what I thought, you know. But that's a part of it. It's an important part of it because we are male and female. But that's not all of what the theology of the body is about. And so, you know, it was a very different perspective than I had heard before when I went to the Institute. Much richer perspective on the theology of the body that I think would be really, really good for other people to hear about. Not this kind of limiting view of theology of the body as the Pope's teaching on sex.